The raid of Lindesfarne was not the first attack on England by the Vikings, but it did have the greatest amount of influence on the kingdoms that inhabited the island. The first recorded Viking interactions with the outside world was in fact a few years before in 789, in which 3 ships of Northmen landed in Wessex and killed the king's reeve, who had been sent to bring the travelers to the king's court. The assault on Lindisfarne marked a significant moment in the Viking raids, not only for its brutality but also for its choice of target. Unlike previous raids, which often focused on smaller, less symbolic settlements, this attack struck at the heart of the Kingdom of Northumbria. Lindisfarne was not just a monastery, it held immense religious and cultural significance as a center of Christian learning and a beacon of faith. It was known far and wide as a sacred site, home to monks who dedicated their lives to worship, education, and the preservation of holy texts. Therefore, the raid on such a holy place set shockwaves through the Christian world, as it was seen as an assault on both the physical and spiritual fabric of the community. The reaction to this attack was amplified by the deep reverence in which Lindisfarne was held. As a symbol of divine presence and protection, the monastery was believed to be under the safeguarding of God and the saints. Its desecration challenged these notions and was viewed as an unparalleled violation of a holy city. News of the attack spread rapidly, eventually reaching a man named Alcuin, a prominent Northumbrian scholar who was residing in the Frankish kingdom as a tutor to the children of King Charlemagne. From his position far from his homeland, Alcuin was deeply horrified by the attack, which he regarded as an unprecedented atrocity. The destruction of Lindisfarne, a center of learning and faith that held immense spiritual significance, struck a personal chord with the man. Most of what we know about the aftermath of the raid comes from Alcuin's correspondence with the Bishop of Lindisfarne, Higbald. Alcuin, as shown in his writing, was most worried about why God, in so great a company of saints, had allowed this most holy of places to suffer. In his letters, Alcuin specifically addressed Higbald and urged him to reflect deeply on the catastrophe and examine his conscience to determine if there were spiritual reasons behind the disaster. Alcuin questioned whether the raid was a consequence of the sins of those within the community, suggesting that it did not occur by chance, but was instead a sign of significant guilt. He saw the attack not only as a physical tragedy, but also as a divine warning, calling for repentance and spiritual renewal. Furthermore, Alcuin pondered the broader implications of such an event, wondering if the desecration of a Christian church by non-believers would lead to even greater suffering in the future. Overall, the raid on Lindisfarne had a profound and far-reaching impact on the medieval world. It altered commonly held perceptions of security, faith, and cultural resilience associated with religious sites. It also marked the beginning of the Viking Age, introducing a period of relentless attacks and raids that reshaped political and social structures across Europe. The attack shattered the belief that sacred spaces were protected from violence, forcing Christian communities to confront the vulnerability of even their holiest sites. This had a lasting influence on how people viewed the interplay between divine protection and earthly defense, leading to a greater emphasis on fortifying monasteries and other religious centers. The raid cemented the Vikings' reputation as fearsome and unrelenting warriors, spreading tales of their brutality far beyond the shores of Northumbria. Europeans, royal and common-born, feared the bearded warriors of the north, sent by Odin himself to wreak havoc on the unexpected. The shockwaves from this event also influenced the consolidation of power among rulers, as leaders sought to unify their realms to better defend against such threats. This led to increased militarization and hostility to outsiders, allowing for Vikings to continue to raid Europe without an organized force to deter them. Additionally, the destruction of places like Lindisfarne fueled efforts to preserve and rebuild Christian culture, spurring the creation of illuminated manuscripts and the strengthening of monastic traditions. Over time, the events became a symbol of the resilience of Christian faith and the determination to withstand adversity, leaving an enduring legacy to the medieval consciousness. Hey guys, I'd just like to say I hope you guys enjoy this video. I tried something new with how I edited it, so I hope you guys enjoy that part. It's a little shorter than usual, but I think it makes up for it. So anyways, if you liked the video, please consider subscribing for more stuff like this. Thanks.